If you're able to read and write English, there are guidelines that take you step by step. Why pay thousands of dollars for lawyers when you can read and write English? But guess what? I made it because I am an American citizen now. And the next question was, who's the father of America? Duh. George W. Bush. No, sorry. George Washington.
George Washington.
That because I'm a citizen. I'm a citizen. Donald Trump is my president.
Yes.
Boom, boom, boom,
Boom, boom, boom.
When they said denounce all other countries, in my heart, I knew that I could not denounce my birth country. I said all other countries except South Africa because I can never denounce my country of birth. I am the woman I am because of that country.
Yes.
You know. Let's chill. Hello, welcome to
What up,
Chilling
what
with
up?
the Chaplins. I'm your host, Caesar Chaplin, and my co-host is...
Coach LJ. What's good? What's popping, everyone? Welcome to Chilling with the Chaplins. And today episode is a special one.
Yes.
Yes.
I finally got my citizenship.
Yes. Yes.
Finally got my citizenship. And today we're just going to really take you through the process of what happened on that day, or rather, how I got to that day, and actually what happened on the day as well. So stay tuned. Stay till the end because at the end I will show you a little video. We'll show you a little video on how I felt after the whole ceremony, after taking the oath to of being loyal to the United States of America, and you know how the whole feeling was because it was a huge step. So let's get on going.
Yes. And so, like I said, she recently completed it. And who better enough to talk about the process but my wife? And so,
Absolutely.
now, what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna ask her a few questions that she had to answer because she know the process. And the first question is that I would like to ask you. The first question is: can you take us through the timeline of applying for U.S. citizenship? When did it start, and what were the key milestones?
Absolutely. I think video is so important. After having seen our last week video where we showed you the questions, having me to rehearse or learn 100 questions that could potentially that I could potentially be interviewed for. Of course, out of the 10, you get, out of the 100, you get asked 10 and you have to pass 6. So later on in this interview, I will be sharing you with the 6 questions that I was asked. But let me start by saying that I applied under the 5-year rule. As a green card holder, you can either apply on the 3-year rule or the 5-year rule. I decided to go with the 5-year rule where I've been married with an American citizen for 5 years. And the reason for this is this. When I first got my green card, our Honorable Donald J. Trump was in office, okay?
Yes.
And it took forever for me to get my my work permit and even my green card. I actually had to be renewed for the 2-year green card because the 10-year couldn't just come in. You first get your work permit and then you get your 2-year green card, which is conditional. And then they say then you have to motivate to get the 10-year. I didn't have to motivate for the 10-year. I was automatically renewed for the 2-year because they were just not, what would be the word? They were not on schedule. They were on what's the word? They were running backlog. Yes, they were on backlog, and so automatically, because I couldn't be afforded an interview or even like a renewal for tenure, then I automatically got a second term for the. In fact, I didn't get a second term for the 2-year. They automatically gave me a 10-year visa after 2 years because I was been on 2 years for a while, right? Mm-hmm. So I had my 10-year visa, my 10-year green card, and here is the timeline of what happened when I applied for my citizenship 5 years after I was married to an American citizen. So here is my timeline. So September 25th, I did my online application, submitting my N400 for the naturalization to become a U.S. citizen. So September 25th, I applied for my N400, which is the form that you submit to become naturalized. Okay, exciting times. I just did an online application by myself. Did not need a lawyer because it's as simple as that. If you're able to read and write English, there are guidelines that take you step by step. Why pay thousands of dollars for lawyers when you can read and write English, right? Yeah, because the guidelines are there. The aim for the United States is not to fail you. The aim is just to make sure that you fill in the paperwork correctly so that they don't have to come back and say, hey, correct this, correct this. Just reread your information, make sure that you put in the right information and submit. Exciting times. I paid, how much did I pay? Almost $800 for the application. I don't have the ball figure in my head, but I paid almost $800. I think it was $700 and something dollars.
Yeah, it was seven something.
Yeah, for the N400 application. Then December 13th, I received a letter scheduling my appointment for the interview. Exciting times. I was like, what? I ain't going to tell a soul on this. I did not even tell my husband. I went into prayer directly, straight from there. I prayed. And I believed I shared the news in the new year, in 2025, to say, hey, I received a letter saying that I have been invited for an interview and I just need people to pray with me because you never know what happens in these interviews. And so I kept it within a very small circle where I knew that these were people who were going to pray with me. And then January 22nd, interview day came. And I was very nervous going towards the interview January 22nd. This happened to be my grandmother's birthday, who has been the apple of my eye for God knows when. She is late, unfortunately, but she's the woman who I really give homage to for the woman I am today. She taught me so much, and I feel like I take after her for just being being a go-getter and never giving up even when trials happen. So I was excited, and this day is happening on her birthday, even though she's late. But I felt like her presence was with me. And why did God choose the 22nd, especially 2 days after Trump was just? In fact, a day after Trump, because Trump was inaugurated January 20th. And here I am.
2 days.
2 days. And here I am, January 22nd. I am becoming naturalized as a United States citizen. It was an honor. I felt like that was the best timing because we already know what's happening right now with, in the United States in terms of mass deportation. Even people who came here legally and are on green cards, they don't know what's going to happen because he signed so many executive orders, and he's just putting in so many rules right now that in terms of immigration, nobody knows what's going to happen. So I felt as if God answered me at the perfect time. Right now, I'm a United States citizen, and I have no worries whatsoever. So I'm so grateful that happened. So January 22nd, I went to the interview because we live in New Jersey, not very far from the Newark office, UCIS office. I was invited to go to the Newark office in Broad Street, and my wonderful husband accompanied me there.
Yes. Wow, sound intense, right? So I want to talk about the interview process. I would like to ask you now. Let's talk about the big day, the interview.
Yes.
The interview, which I was able to. I did accompany my wife because I want to. It's a special day, so I want.
It's like getting married, because you say vows at the end, and I felt like I was getting married to the United States.
Yes.
Because let me tell you, immediately after I said those vows, my feelings to this country changed immediately. Like, it was like, because I would always defend, my birth country versus my adopted country, before I became a citizen, I was just a green card holder. But as soon as I became a citizen, I felt some kind of way towards this country. I felt so connected. I felt like I belonged. I felt like this is my country. So from now on, the Caesar that you're going to hear going forward, speaking about America, it's going to be on a totally different tone because I am now a United States citizen and I am loyal to this country by far. Like you can't tell me anything about my country. I am United States. I'm a United States citizen, and I'm gonna defend my country.
How was that experience like though?
So appointment date came in, and like I said, I went to the Newark field office in Broad Street. 7:30 appointment was my time, and of course, as the chaplains, we are always late for everything.
We late for everything.
So we got there like. In fact, the appointment was 7:15. So we got there at 7:30. I was being dropped off at 7:30. Fortunately, there was a line,
Yes.
and I had to go through security to get into the building. And got to, what was it, third floor. I sat there waiting. My husband was getting the car parked, and as soon as he came up, I was still waiting. And at 9:10, I got called in by my immigration officer, and very friendly lady. I think she's Hispanic heritage because she had a bit of an Hispanic accent, but she was very lovely. And the first thing when we got in, of course, my husband was not allowed to come in. It was just me and the officer. She introduced herself and asked me to stand before I get seated. And she asked me to put up my right hand. And I had to pledge. And you know, it was extra swearing to tell the truth and nothing but the truth, so help me God. So that was like, okay. So I felt like I was in court. But then she asked me to have a seat. I sat down, and she did an ID verification. So she checked, you know, if I was the rightful person who was in the room. Asked me my full names and also my address, my phone number, just to double check who I was. And then fingerprints were taken. My index finger, I believe, of my right first, and my left finger. Was the thumb taken? I don't remember, but yep. Couple of fingerprints were taken, and then after that, I took a picture. So I asked, "Can I smile?" And she said, "Of course." So there was a camera right there, and I did a little smile. And then thereafter, the civics test began. Civics test began, which I've been studying for a couple of weeks because you have to study for 100 questions. And only out of the 100, only 10 will be asked. And if you pass 6, then you have passed the civics test, okay? So after I've said the civics test questions, which I will share with you, I then did a written test where they asked you to read a particular sentence. And my sentence was, what was the sentence? Who lives in the White House?
Okay.
And I had to read that question. It came on the electronic iPad. Who lives in the White House? And I didn't have to answer who lives in the White House. I just had to read who lives in the White House. And then she said, "Right now, can you write?" Because they're trying to test if you know English. You understand English and you know English. And I had to write who lives in the White House, you know, rolling the keypad in front of me. And then thereafter, she then started the interview process of the questions.
Okay. Wow. I never knew that, but I would like to ask you the infamous silver test. Now, how did you prepare for it?
So the preparation was a bit intense, you know. Like right now, I am working in a tax office. I'm office manager for a tax office, and it's pretty crazy because it's tax season and it's very busy. So I'm working like 10, 11-hour shifts every day, Monday to Saturday. So it's crazy, you know, but I had to find time to prepare the questions and learn. So in between, like having my customers come in the office, I would just listen to the videos. Go. There's very great videos on YouTube, and we actually made one that you can check out last week on me preparing for the interview. So it's just a matter of just going through these videos, hearing them over and over again, and then have somebody ask you the questions and you answer. And my husband has been a great instrument in this, where he's been asking me the questions and having to answer what the answers are. And that helped me a lot because it made me even realize where I need to improve. I even had to use use my daily life examples to remind me of some of the questions because I realized that I'm weak in the names and the dates. But guess what? I made it because I am an American citizen now.
Yes, yes. So I'd like to ask you, did anything catch you off guard during the interview?
Well, the first question was kind of off guard because I felt like, because you go in, you don't know out of the 100 questions which one you're going to ask. And of course, you are nervous. You just don't know. And you want to not come back for the second time. And you want to get this out of the way the first time around. So the first question, I don't even remember what it was. But I know that I felt it because she looked at me like, are you sure you answered? And I'm like, okay, I'm messing this up. She even asked me that question twice, and I still don't remember what the question was. But it was something that's got to do with the war, I just didn't know what to say. I gave her an answer, but I know it was wrong by the way she looked at me. But thank God I had 9 more questions to go through.
Yes, okay. So after the interview, what happens next? What happened?
But you haven't asked me what the questions were. I'd like to share with you what my questions were.
Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, well,
my first question was, who was the president? Okay, the first question I don't remember, okay? But I do remember these questions. Who was the president during World War II? And I already know that it was Jefferson.
Yes.
Right?
Thomas Jefferson.
And another question was, who lived in America before the Europeans arrived? And of course I knew that. It was the Red Indians or the Native Americans or the American Indians. And the next question was, name one war fought by the U.S. in the 1900s. These are almost all the wars, and I believe I said World War One. And another question was, what is the current political party? Duh. I mean, Trump just got sworn in like 2 days ago. So, of course, it was the Republican Party. And the next question was, who's the father of America? Duh. George W. Bush. No, sorry. George Washington. Yeah. And the final question was, who was the first president? And that also was George Washington. And she didn't continue because I guess I had passed 6 questions already. So, yeah.
Okay. So now we know the question, what was asked. So after the interview, what happened next?
So she told me that you have passed all the questions. Well done. You have to sign a few things to get your so that you're able to get your certificate, your naturalization certificate. So she went through the application, and the only thing that she had to change was that for some reason my husband was not indicated as a United States citizen. So she added that into the application. And then I signed everything off. And after that, she told me that now am I ready? There were a couple of questions that I had to ask. It was, I would call them the have you, do you questions.
Have you, do you?
Yeah. Have you done this? Do you agree to do this?
Okay.
So some of the questions are, have you been part of, terrorists, for example, they just want to make sure that they're going to give the citizenship to the right person.
Okay.
And of course, it's either yes, ma'am, or no, ma'am. And do you agree to be loyal to the United States going forward? And of course, it was, oh, yes. And do you agree to go and, take an oath to be loyal to the United States? And the answer was, I cannot wait. So, yeah, and then after that, I gave my signatures so that she could submit my application. And then she told me that I am a United States citizen, but I will still have to take the oath to be a complete citizen. So my husband could join me because he was waiting in the waiting room. So I met up with him. Yes. And when I came out, what did you think when I came out? Did I give it away? Because I tried to be like, yeah, I tried to have a poker face.
Yeah, I know. I didn't know because you didn't say anything. You just say come on. I'm like, okay, what happened? I don't know, but I believe I didn't doubt it because
Right.
I knew you're a small person. So I like,
Mm.
okay, she's aced this. I knew that, but even though your face didn't give it away,
Yeah, I
so
had tried to have a poker face
yeah, your face
because now
didn't give it away.
I'm coming out of this office and there's like all these people waiting to go in.
Yeah,
So they all look at you when you
yeah,
come out
yeah.
of
They
that
all look
door,
at
and you're like, okay, I don't want to give it away to show them I got this.
yeah.
But at the same
I was
time,
hoping though. I'm like, okay, she ain't gonna say anything.
yeah. But inside, I'm
She
like,
just
oh
kept
my God.
walking.
Inside, I'm like, oh my God, oh my God, I'm a citizen. Oh my God, I'm a citizen. Because listen, it's a big deal to be a citizen of the United States. It has the most powerful passports you can ever hold. And you're able to go into like 100 of countries without being questioned. So it's a big deal. And living in the United States and having to become a United States citizen, you know that now you can be able to apply for any job and you can knock on any door because you are now a rightful citizen of the country. Whereas being a green card holder, there are certain things that you cannot, tap into. But being a citizen, oh boy, the world is like is your oyster.
You can vote.
You can vote. You can sit in the jury. They've been wanting me to come to the jury for the longest. So I can work for federal government now, which I've always wanted to do. So yeah, I'm excited for the next step. Yeah.
Okay. So you told you're excited. Feelings about citizenship. What's your feeling? What's your true feelings about becoming
I'm
a citizen?
relieved. I'm really relieved. It has been a process. It took me 9 years to get here. It could have been shorter, but I did delay after having reached the 5 year mark because it is a costly, experience. I paid almost $800 for this. And so it doesn't come for free. You pay a lot of money to be able to become a citizen. But overall, I'm excited to be a dual citizen because I'm still South African and I'm now American as well. So I'm a South African American, very proudly so. So I'm excited for what's to come because I am going to make sure that I get the American dream no matter what it takes.
I can imagine. I can imagine. So I'd like to ask you: do you feel more empowered now that you can vote and have a say in shaping the future of the country?
Absolutely. I'm a full citizen now. I can now speak on behalf of America. I feel like I'm a complete citizen, absolutely, because when you are just a green card holder, you can only do so much, and you can only say. But as a citizen, I can proudly just stand up and know that I can be heard because I can now vote. I can now do things that all American citizens can do. I can benefit from all the benefits that I get because I'm a citizen. I'm a citizen. What? Donald Trump is my president.
Yes.
Boom, boom, boom,
Boom,
exciting times, and I cannot ask God for anything else. I'm content. I'm grateful, especially at this time because things are happening in America right now.
Yes, it is. It is. A lot of things happening. And so, one other thing, too, I would like to ask you: do you feel a sense of responsibility to represent your South African roots while embracing your American identity?
Part of saying the oaths because after the interview, you then go ahead and wait for other candidates. I think they wait for about 50 people or so. Like they wait for a certain number of people to go and have the oath ceremony. And part of the oath was to denounce all other countries. And when they said denounce all other countries, in my heart, I knew that I could not denounce my birth country. I said all other countries except South Africa because I can never denounce my country of birth. I am the woman I am because of that country.
Yes.
And I will always be loyal to that country, including the United States, because now this is my adopted country. So I am a dual citizen. So I will be loyal to these both countries. And should South Africa and America fight, I really don't know who I'm going to side with. That's the honest truth. Because I love both these countries.
Yes.
They've both given me something. And only time will tell, and God will help me to be able to choose between the two. Because at this point, I cannot choose between the two.
Awesome. Awesome. That's amazing. We are excited now. My wife is American citizen, dual citizen. Yes, yes, yes. Now she can embrace the American identity,
Yes.
but staying true to her South African culture and heritage. Not saying that she walking away or denouncing her culture, because her culture is part of her, and she will always be a South African. But she able to embrace the American identity for what it is, and so America have a lot to offer, and so but.
I'm definitely chasing that American dream.
Yes, you definitely. Is there really American dream though?
Well,
that could be another topic for another day. Is there really such thing of American dream? Yes, but so we appreciate it. We thank you. We hope you enjoyed this episode.
Well, before that, I'd actually like to recite the oath that I had to take as an American citizen. We can both say it as American citizens because we're both American now.
Yeah, but I had to do it, so
Yeah, we can say it together. So we had to raise our right hand. Because we are saying an oath,
yes,
and we had to follow what the lady who was leading us to saying the oath. So I hereby declare.
I hereby declare
on oath.
On oath.
That I absolutely. And entirely. Renounce. And abjure. All allegiance. And fidelity. To any foreign prince, potentate, state, or of sovereignty, of whom, or which, I have, therefore, henceforth, been a subject, or citizen. So that includes South Africa. That I will support. And defend. The Constitution.
I heard that part. The support and defend.
The Constitution.
And
laws.
Of
the United States. Of America. Against all enemies. Foreign. And domestic. That I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same. That I will bear arms on behalf of the United States when required by the law. That I will perform non-combatant service in the armed forces of the United States when required by the law. That I will perform work of national importance under civilian direction when required by the law. And I will take this obligation freely without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion. So help me God. Amen. And they declared me a United States. So I'm excited.
Support and
defend. Yes, and be loyal to the
the land of the free.
So I feel great. I feel great to be a dual citizen.
Yes, and she can serve in the service now too.
I call myself a global citizen now because I'm a citizen of more than one country. I thank you for all your support during this journey. It's been a 9-year journey, but God has seen us through. Yes. And I want to thank my husband for being there every step of the way.
Yes.
And for giving me this green card and the citizenship.
Yes.
Really up to me. And I want to thank God as well for making us go through this journey and seeing us through. I'm so grateful and I'm so thankful. Thank you for being with us.
Yes.
Thank you for subscribing.
Thank you for subscribing.
You for sharing.
Liking. Share the episodes. Thank you.
Take care. See you in the next video.
Deuces.
Bye. Make sure you see the little vlog and the video after this video.
Peace.
Bye. Just became a U.S. citizen. Excited. So don't ever think I'm not loyal to this country, because I am. I'll never speak bad of my country. I'm a citizen, and I'm excited and I'm grateful to God and my husband. Love you.
Hello. What's
Celebrating at IHOP. He's going to make it all formal. We are just here celebrating.
yes?
To become a US citizen. Brand new.
Brand new. And you know she couldn't wait to go to the post office to sign
my
up,
passport.
get
No,
her
because I'm
passport.
traveling, that's why.
Yes. So she went and got there right away. So she had to support and defend United States now.
I am loyal to the United States.
She's loyal to the United States of America. I heard that. I made sure. I heard that. She got to support and be loyal and defend to the United States of America,
And
to the Republic, to the Republic for which it stands.
they are so selfish. They're like, only the United States. I'm thinking, should I say that?
Only United States of America. No other country.
Except,
Well, yeah.
because we both know that we are dual. Right?
Yes, we
are
both know. Yes, ton two. Yes.
So yeah, I'm excited. I'm happy. The journey is over. Now I can do anything that I would love in America.
She can vote.
Stop that I am not an American. I am an American now.
Yes.
So I'm officially the African American.
Yes, African American, South African American.
I hate my husband's hats, by the way. And just glad that he was here with me to witness such an important moment in my life. Because we know that him and God. What is he doing with the camera? Because I'm trying to be serious there, because we know that him and God made it possible, right? In fact, God and him made it possible.
God and him, God and me. Yes.
So I'm just grateful and blessed. I'm in the greatest country in the world.
Yes. Yes.
Without a doubt. The greatest country in the listen. You cannot question me on this one. This is the greatest country in the world. I
Yes.
don't care what you say.
We
I
got
don't care what you think. America is the land of the
free. Right, land of the free, land of the brave. Yes.
free. So
Yes.
which means I'm free and brave.
Yes. And now she can vote. Now she go work at any job she want to work at.
Any job.
She can go to the services she want to, but she won't.
I can, but I'm thinking of Marine Corps. Is it the Corps, something of something?
Marine Corps is a service.
I'm sorry? Thank you. I just became American citizen today.
Congratulations. We get them all the time.
All right.
You look awesome.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Oh,
God bless you.
congratulations.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yes.
You heard that?
Yes.
I look sensational.
Sensational. Yes. So yeah, she can work at any job. She could be in that armed service she choose to. But no armed services. No Marine Corps.
No services. Nothing to carry guns.
Mm-mm.
But anyway, we're grateful to God
Yes.
that this process is finally over. It took us some time.
It's tough time.
And I can confidently say that Trump is my president. You know why? Because when I first submitted my application, Trump was in office.
Yes, you're right. You're right.
My first time.
Yeah, first time he was in office.
When I got my citizenship.
He's in
Trump
office
was in
again.
office. I mean, like
Yeah.
Trump is my president.
Yeah.
For sure.
She couldn't vote
I
for him.
think when I got my green card, Trump was in office.
Yeah, Trump was in office.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was at the tail end. Yeah.
Trump is the president. That's why I'm wearing red, representing Trump.
Maybe.
But because he's our president, we have to support him and pray for him.
Yes, we gotta
Ask God
support
to
him.
give
Yes, yes.
wisdom
Yeah,
to
yeah.
lead the people of the United States.
Yes, yes.
And also give him the strategies
Yes.
and the integrity
Yes.
to be a great leader.
To lead correctly and
The people of
rightfully.
America have spoken as well as God. God
Yes.
would not have allowed it if it
Mm-hmm.
wasn't
His
for a
plan.
purpose.
Mm-hmm.
So let's support the president.
Yes.
Let's stand behind him, and let's just keep on praying for our beautiful country.
Yes,
the United
keep praying.
States. I'm very.
Yeah, yeah.
You can't tell me anything else. I'm American.
Yes. She's American.
Bye.
Take care. Bye bye. We gotta eat now.
Thank you.
You're welcome.